Let me ask you something personal. When you go to stand up from a chair, do you find yourself rocking back and forth first, trying to build up momentum? Do you reach out and grab the armrest, a table, a wall, anything nearby, just to pull yourself up? Does it take effort, concentration, maybe even a little courage every single time? If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important right now. You are not alone. And more importantly, this is not just getting old. What you're experiencing is a very specific, very fixable problem. The muscles responsible for helping your body rise from a seated position have weakened over time. And when those muscles are weak, your body compensates in all the wrong ways, rocking, grabbing, leaning, all of which actually increase your risk of falling. But here's the great news. The body is remarkable. Even after 60, 70, 80 years of living, your muscles still respond to the right kind of training. And today, I'm going to give you 4 specific exercises, ones you can do every single day, right at home, without any equipment, that target the exact muscle groups you need to stand up safely, confidently, and without a struggle. Now, I want you to pay close attention to exercise number 3. Most people skip it because it looks almost too simple. But it is the single most important exercise in this entire routine. And I'll tell you exactly why when we get there. Before we get into the exercises, I want to spend just a moment explaining what's actually happening inside your body. Because when you understand why something is happening, you're much more motivated to fix it. Every time you stand up from a chair, your body is executing a complex chain of movements that involves multiple muscle groups working in precise coordination. Your quadriceps, the big muscles on the front of your thighs, have to fire first to initiate the push upward. Your calf muscles and ankles stabilize your base so you don't wobble. Your glutes and hip extensors kick in to straighten your hips and bring you to full upright posture. And your core ties it all together. Now here's the problem. Starting around age 30, we begin to lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. After the age of 60, that process accelerates significantly. Studies show that without deliberate exercise, older adults can lose up to 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every decade. And the muscles that weaken fastest? The ones in your legs and hips, the exact muscles you need to stand up. The result is what you're experiencing right now. The movement that once felt effortless now feels like a challenge. But here is what I need you to hear. Muscle loss is not permanent if you fight back. Research consistently shows that even adults in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can rebuild meaningful muscle strength with the right exercises. Your nervous system, the system that connects your brain to your muscles, is still adaptable. It still responds. So what we're going to do today is train that system. We're going to wake those muscles back up, teach your body the right movement patterns, and restore your ability to stand up strong. These 4 exercises aren't random. They are specifically designed to rebuild the sit-to-stand movement chain from the ground up. Let's go. Exercise number 1 is the seated knee extension. And the reason we start here is simple. Your quadriceps, the muscles on the front of your thigh, are the primary engine of standing up. If your quads are weak, nothing else matters because this movement can't get off the ground. Here's how you do it. Start by sitting up tall in your chair. Don't lean back, don't slump. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, your spine long, your shoulders relaxed. Good posture during this exercise isn't just optional, it changes how effectively your muscles activate. Now, slowly extend one leg out in front of you, straightening your knee until your leg is as parallel to the floor as you can comfortably get it. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel your quadriceps engage. Feel that contraction across the top of your thigh. That's the muscle we're targeting. That's what we're rebuilding. Now, and this is important, lower your leg slowly. Don't just let it drop. Control the descent. Lower it over 3 to 4 full counts. This slow lowering is called an eccentric contraction, and this is actually where the deepest strength is built. Switch legs and repeat. Here are your sets and reps. 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg. Rest for 30 to 45 seconds between sets. If you experience any discomfort in your knee, you don't need to extend fully. Even a partial extension, lifting the leg just halfway, still engages the quadriceps. Start where you are and work up gradually. Dr. Mandell's coaching tip: that slow lowering is where the real strength is built. I know it's tempting to drop the leg quickly, but resist that. Count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll double the benefit of every single rep. This exercise alone, done consistently, can make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel when you push yourself up from a chair. But we're just getting started. Exercise number 2 is the heel raise. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Mandell, what do my calves have to do with standing up from a chair? And it's a fair question. The answer is everything. Your calf muscles and your ankle joints are your foundation. Think of them like the base of a building. When you stand up, the moment your weight shifts forward onto your feet, those muscles and joints need to be stable enough to accept that load, control your balance, and support your full body weight. When the calves are weak and the ankles are stiff, the entire movement becomes unstable, and that's when wobbling and falls happen. There's another reason heel raises are so powerful. They train something called proprioception, your body's internal sense of where it is in space, its ability to detect and respond to shifts in balance. As we age, proprioceptive sensitivity decreases. Regular heel raises help restore that sensitivity. Here's how to do it. Stand directly behind your chair with both hands resting lightly on the top of the backrest, not gripping it tightly, just using it for light support. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart. Now, slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as you comfortably can. Hold at the top for 2 full seconds. Feel your calves contract. Feel the activation through your ankles. Now lower back down slowly. Once again, a controlled descent over 3 to 4 counts. Your sets and reps. 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. As you get stronger over the coming weeks, you can challenge yourself by doing this with your eyes closed, which dramatically increases the proprioceptive training and test your balance in a safe, controlled way. Dr. Mandell's coaching tip. Once you've been doing this for 2 or 3 weeks and you feel confident, Try closing your eyes for a few repetitions. It's a game changer for balance. You'll be amazed at how much harder it suddenly feels. That's your nervous system being challenged in exactly the right way. Let's keep moving. All right, I promised you earlier that exercise number 3 was the one most people skip and the most important one for getting out of a chair. Here we are. Exercise number 3 is the mini squat to chair. And the reason it's the most powerful exercise in this routine is not just because of the muscles it works, it's because of what it trains. You see, the other exercises rebuild individual muscle groups. This one trains the actual movement pattern of sitting and standing. It teaches your nervous system the correct sequence, the correct coordination, the correct body mechanics of standing up from a seated position. Think of it like this. A basketball player doesn't just do weight training in the gym, they also practice shooting free throws, because the nervous system needs to rehearse the exact movement to get better at it. That's what this exercise does for your sit-to-stand ability. It is functional training at its finest. Here's how to perform it. Stand directly in front of your chair, facing away from it, with the seat right behind you. Your feet should be hip-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Before you do anything else, I want you to learn this one critical technique. Before you can stand up properly, you need to lean your chest forward first. Shift your weight slightly forward over your feet. This is the most common mistake I see. People try to stand straight up, which puts all the strain on their lower back and their knees. When you lean forward slightly first, you transfer the load to your quadriceps and glutes, which is exactly where it belongs. Now slowly lower yourself toward the chair. Hinge at your hips first, then bend your knees. Lower yourself until you are just barely touching the seat, or hovering just above it. Then push through your heels and stand back up. Do not sit all the way down and relax. The moment you touch the chair, you come back up. We're keeping the muscles under continuous engagement. Your sets and reps. 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. Take a full 45 to 60-second rest between sets. This one is more demanding than it looks. Safety note: if this feels too challenging at first, place a firm pillow or folded blanket on the seat to raise the height of the chair. A higher seat requires less range of motion and is a great way to build up gradually. Dr. Mandell's coaching tip. I want you to think of this exercise as practicing getting up, because that's exactly what it is. Your body learns by doing. Every rep you complete is literally programming your nervous system to make standing up easier and safer. Don't skip this one. This exercise alone can transform how you move within a matter of weeks if you do it consistently. But let's add one more piece to complete the chain. Exercise number 4 is the glute bridge, and this one targets the final link in the sit-to-stand chain, your glutes and your hip extensors. Here's something important that most people don't realize. Your gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in your body, is responsible for the final push that brings you to full upright standing. When you think about the moment you go from being partially up to fully straight, that's your glutes working. And for many older adults, the glutes are among the most weakened and underactivated muscles in the body. We sit for long periods. We don't climb stairs as much. We stop doing the movements that naturally engage the glutes. And the result is what researchers call gluteal amnesia. The glutes literally forget how to fire properly. The glute bridge wakes them back up. Here's how to do the floor version. Lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Your arms rest at your sides, palms facing down. Press your heels firmly into the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up toward the ceiling, one vertebra at a time, until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold at the top for 3 full seconds. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can at the top of the movement. You should feel the contraction through your entire backside, from your hips down to your hamstrings. Then lower slowly, again, controlling the descent over 3 to 4 counts. Your sets and reps. 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. For those who prefer a chair-based version or who find getting up and down from the floor difficult, here is a great alternative. Sit at the edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor. Lean your chest forward slightly. Remember that forward lean we practiced. Then, press through your heels, squeeze your glutes hard, and begin to rise as if you're about to stand up. But stop halfway and hold that position for 3 seconds before sitting back down. This seated hip hinge with glute squeeze activates the same muscles in a completely safe and accessible way. Dr. Mandell's coaching tip: at the top of the bridge, I want you to squeeze like you're holding a dollar bill between your cheeks. I know that's a funny image, but it works. That's the cue that tells you your glutes actually fired. If you can't feel that squeeze, your glutes aren't activating the way they should. Keep practicing, and they will. Now let's talk about how to put this all together so it becomes a real, sustainable daily habit. Here's your routine, in order, just as we went through it. Exercise 1. Seated knee extension. 3 sets times 10, 12 reps each leg. Exercise 2. Heel raises. 3 sets times 12, 15 reps. Exercise 3. Mini squat to chair. 3 sets times 8, 10 reps. Rest 45-60 seconds between sets. Exercise 4. Glute bridge. 3 sets times 10, 12 reps. Total time: approximately 10 to 12 minutes per day. That's it. 10 minutes. You can do this in your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen, anywhere you have a sturdy chair. How often? Every day, or at least 5 days per week. Consistency is everything here. One great session followed by 4 days of nothing will not produce the same results as 5 moderate sessions spread throughout the week. Your muscles need regular signals to adapt and grow. Give them those signals. When will you feel a difference? Most people begin to notice improvement in their sit-to-stand ease within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent daily practice. You may notice it as a subtle thing at first, a little less rocking, a little less reaching for the armrest. Within 6 to 8 weeks, many people experience a significant and lasting change in their functional strength. A few safety reminders as you begin. There is a difference between muscle fatigue, that burn you feel when muscles are working hard, and sharp pain. Muscle fatigue is expected and healthy. Sharp, stabbing, or joint pain is a signal to stop. Do not push through joint pain. Start with the easier modifications if needed and build up over time. Listen to your body. It is always communicating with you. I want to close with something that I feel is really important to say. Struggling to stand up from a chair is not a character flaw. It is not a sign that you are too far gone or that nothing can help. It is a physiological condition with a physiological solution, and you now have that solution in your hands. Your body has carried you through decades of living. It has worked hard for you, and it still has an extraordinary capacity to adapt, to respond, and to grow stronger if you give it the right input. These 4 exercises are that input. They are not complicated. They are not extreme. They are targeted, safe, and effective, designed specifically for the way your body works and what it needs at this stage of life. Do them today, do them tomorrow, and the day after that. Make them as natural as brushing your teeth, because the ability to stand up from a chair on your own, without struggling, without reaching, without fear, is not just about convenience. It is about independence. It is about confidence. It is about living life on your own terms. And you deserve that. If this video helped you today, please hit that like button. It helps this channel reach more people who need this information. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you never miss a new video. We put out new health content every single week, all designed to help you move better, feel better, and live better as you age. Drop a comment below. Tell me, I'm doing this, because I love hearing from you, and that simple act of commitment can make a real difference. And if you have a friend, a parent, a neighbor who struggles with this, please share this video with them. You might be giving them something they've been looking for. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell, and I'll see you in the next video.